A win like this?
Well, one, I think San Diego State's a really good football team. We thought that watching them throughout the year, obviously paying attention because the teams in your conference, the teams that they beat, and then getting a chance to come out here and play. Back on the road again, they're tough. So that was really the biggest thing. I was proud of our guys for being able to get on the road again and play a team like San Diego State like we did tonight and play physical. I thought all three phases, it showed up. It's amazing the things that you do in practice, and you go out there and you prepare yourself to play well, and then you actually go out there and do it. It's a credit to our coaches and our players. I mean, really that's what it comes down to. Our coaches did a tremendous job. Our players did a tremendous job. They prepared extremely hard to play and execute the way they did tonight, and really it comes down to that. So I'm proud of our coaches and players more than anything. Just to watch those guys come out and compete and to play a team like they did, on the way they did, and to find a way to win.
There was so much talk about Penny, and I think he gave almost 7 yards a carry, and you guys held him to 2.5 tonight. How did you guys limit Penny the way you did?
Well, Penny's a good back. I don't think you're going to shut the guy down. And I thought we did a good job up front on the D-line, so we created some penetration. So they played fast, they played physical. I thought the linebackers and the edges, the guys that we had there, were able to rally, and they did bounce because of penetration and making a tackle. He had some runs. He broke a couple off there, and we just contained him. The safeties were a part of that, corners were a part of that. Everybody, when you play a guy like that, everybody's got a part in tackling him. And you know what they're going to do. You know they're going to try to run it. And when you have a guy like that, there's no question. He's a really good player. But I just thought we were, at the point of attack, we played physical. And it showed up throughout the entire defense. They did it throughout the night. And I was really proud of those guys for the effort they gave.
Performance, the change to Kozar, the momentum that seemed to bring, and the score, and how that may affect how you want to run your offense against Wyoming.
Well, we had, we had Montel, we had a package, he had plays in there. And just felt like some of the things, we kind of went back to back with him on a few of the plays that he already had in throughout the week of prep. And he did a good job. We were moving it. Thought the flow of what we were doing, and we started running the ball at the end. Madison, Wolpen, both those guys were running hard. The O-line really did a great job. They were surging coming off the ball. And so, we just felt like what was going on at that point, let's go ahead and stick with it. And Coach Hill, we kept Montel in there, did a great job. I thought Brett played well tonight as well. And so, we know we're utilizing both guys. We know that Montel's going to come in there, and as the game went on, that was really kind of what we felt we needed to finish it out.
At one point in the first quarter, you had 14 yards of offense and no first downs, and you led 14-0. How big was that? Those two plays get you early?
Yeah, offense is overrated right there, right? You got the points, and your special teams and your defense comes up with big plays. That's all part of our team and our plan to go out there and win. You don't always know you're going to have a turnover, go for a touchdown, and you're trying to create it. You don't always know you're going to have a special teams play go for a touchdown, but you're trying to create it. Offensively, now let's go back a little bit. San Diego State's defense is really good, and we've faced them before, but Rocky Long does a great job on the defensive side. That's no easy assignment for our guys to go out there and try to move the ball and just say we're going to explode offensively. It took a little bit of time for our guys to settle in, but they did. I thought we hit a few throws in there, but we started to run the ball. We wanted to run the ball. We wanted to put ourselves in field position where we could win it, which we did tonight. And when you play a team like this, you're only going to get so many opportunities. We knew that on the offensive side, and we wanted to make them count, or at least we wanted to make them count as far as field position. I thought we did that tonight.
With Montel, is it a feel thing with him? Because I think some people might say, oh, the offense maybe looked better when he's in there, and he seems to be kind of the closer, and Brett's maybe a starter. I mean, is it a feel thing, or do you go in there just thinking like, oh, we're just going to play in this certain time?
Well, you go in there playing both those guys a certain way. A little bit of feel, a little bit of feel tonight, because some of the things that we had as far as play calls involved him. So some of those are actually pre-designed, before he's ever in there. And as the game went on, I thought he was doing a good job. He was seeing it. He was managing. Montel, he's played quite a bit of football. So even at the end there, when you're trying to manage the clock a little bit, you're killing it, so to speak. And he was getting down to 1 second. And I thought he did a really good job. So as he was in there, he was kind of feeling it. I thought Zach did a good job of keeping him in there, and we finished the game. That's part of what we do. I think that's, we've seen that this year, and we're going to continue to keep utilizing both those guys. Yeah. So is he built for it? Yeah, he's certainly built for it. I mean, he's a guy. I think it's not always one guy on the offensive side. It's everybody, tight ends, O-line, what we're doing, coaching, what we're doing throughout the week and all that. So I think it's just showed up the last couple of games. We tried to be physical. We tried to play fast on the O-line. We tried to be violent downhill with our running backs, and you see it tonight. I thought Alexander at the end of the game, and I thought Wolpen did a great job. Alexander just had that kind of finish to him, covering the ball up. He was driving his legs. He knew when to go down. He got out of bounds, stayed in bounds when he needed to. And, he's able to do that. And certainly, he's not a one-man show. There's other guys out there helping, Wolpen. We didn't have Rob tonight. We'll get Rob back. And, those guys can all go out there as long as they're playing like that and running like that, and the O-line and the tight ends are doing their part. You're going to have a chance to run the ball.
You talk about finishing, and I know, obviously they started scoring a little bit there, and then you guys had a couple of big drives in the fourth quarter to kind of put the game away.
Yeah, that was huge. We've been in that situation this year. We've been up in the fourth quarter, and it really comes down to that. That's part of what we've been talking about since last season, this finish component, and how do we respond? Something happens. It's not going to go perfect. I thought we responded really well. We got scored on. They hit a big play, explosive touchdown. We come back, and our team responded, which is exactly what we needed to see. That's the finishing part. So that's the maturity, that's the growth in your football team when you're able to go back and answer and put a drive together, run the football, go down there and score and answer back. That shows, all right, you've learned something. That shows that you're improving. That shows that you can respond, and it shows that you can finish.
The championship, the two favorite teams. How does this feel? Does it feel like any other win? Is this a big win in your, 3-4 years?
Yeah, it's a big win. There's no doubt about it. And like every coach would say, every week's a big win. This is a big win. It's a conference. You're back into conference play. And really, we played New Mexico early, and then we had our non-conference. So it never really felt that way. This was big for us because this gets into conference. This really leads into every game from here on out as a conference game. So. And I thought our back-to-back, just some consistency of actually winning 2 games in a row and being on the road for 2 games in a row, and to come in here and to play a team that's really good, that's been that way and consistent throughout the entire year and every game film we've watched, and then to win on the road. So yeah, it's a big game. It's a big win. Our guys, our coaches, our players, they earned it. I'm proud of those guys. That's a big win for us, and you know what? We're going to enjoy it. We're going to get back to being home and then back into conference play again next week.